Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Maze Madman. Before we get started, stop what you're doing. I'll wait. Hit the like and subscribe button. Now back to it. In this video, we're going to be talking the return of Jim Harbaugh, plus some injury updates on the defensive side and some recruits out of the great state of Texas that Michigan would love to have and have some mutual interest, and the Wolverines circling back amidst the drama with Mel Tucker and Lil Bro Nim to get some recruits that they missed out on the first time, all that, and of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor Lil Bro Nim. And I'ma tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. I'm gonna tell them why I'm mad. I'm mad because if you saw my last live, of course, we had Buckeye Garrison, Dallas fan, Ryan, of course, two Notre Dame fans, myself, and then Buckeye Garrison. And one of the Notre Dame fans, I don't know who it was now, had the nerve, maybe it was both of them, had the nerve to say that Benjamin Morris, cornerback for the Fighting Redheads, was better than Will Johnson. It's disrespectful. Benjamin Morris is very good, don't get me wrong, respectfully, but disrespectfully. It's disrespectful to compare Benjamin Morris to Will Johnson, the best cornerback in college football. That being said, I digress. We move on. But speaking of Will Johnson, I've got some exciting news for Wolverine fans. Jesse Minter, Michigan defensive coordinator, came out recently, said that the defense is very close to full tilt, meaning that Rod Moore and Will Johnson should be returning to the lineup very soon. And if you read between the lines, that means one or both could be returning this week versus Rutgers as the Wolverines kick off Big Ten play. That being said, I think that was always the plan for Will Johnson to return this week. However, we'll see what happens. It will be obviously a great sight to see Will Johnson back out there doing Will Johnson things. We move on. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh will be returning this week as well. Michigan has been without the head man in charge for 3 long weeks during a self-imposed suspension by the university on Jim Harbaugh. They were without their offensive coordinator, Sharon Moore, for one of those weeks. Sharon Moore has been back the last 2 weeks. He even was the head coach last week when Michigan took on Bowling Green. Michigan has not covered a spread in Jim Harbaugh's absence. That's not very important. We know that the win is the most important. And it's not like Michigan has been in some nail biters, even though they haven't covered the spread. They're winning very comfortably. Their quarterbacks, their starters are out in the fourth quarters of all of these games. So it's, again, not like this is a situation. Now that Jim's back, though, I do expect the guys to be even more inspired. We saw people like JJ McCarthy with the free Harbaugh shirts, so I expect more of the same. I'm sure Jim was enlightened while sitting on the couch those 3 weeks, and he can't ready to get back out there either. Plus, not to mention the recruiting, which we will be getting into next. But first, I need to remind you, hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. And of course, this message has been brought to you by the Maze Madman. So let's get to this recruiting news, starting with 4-star wide receiver out of Fort Share, Texas, Katy Jordan High School, one Mr. Andrew Marsh. He is a 6'1", 175 pounder, can run like the wind, and is a very talented receiver. You see, he can high point the ball, good route running, good breakaway speed. Mr. Marsh has visited Michigan on multiple occasions, including the barbecue at the big house where he was very impressed. He is planning on a return visit, an official visit to the game against the other state in late November. This would be a huge get for Michigan for obvious reasons. Wide receiver is a position where they desperately need to get some elite talent. I will keep you posted on his recruitment as more information becomes available. Keeping it right in the state of Texas and also keeping it on the wide receivers. Michigan is also recruiting Khalik Lockett. He is a little bigger, 6'2, 175 pounds. He is also a 4-star receiver, rated the number 138th recruit in the country, the 18th wide receiver, and number 16 in the state of Texas. He too has made multiple visits already to the big house. He is kind of slow playing his recruitment, not in a rush at all, but did have great things to say about Ron Bellamy and Coach Steve Cleanscale for the Wolverines. He has grown very close to the both of those gentlemen and sees Michigan or looks at Michigan highly, and they will definitely be a part of his recruitment along with schools like TCU and Penn State. So I will also keep you up to date on this one as more information becomes available. Speaking of wide receivers, though, speaking of wide receivers with the last name Marsh, because of all of the turmoil that is going on in East Lansing right now, the question marks that remain and probably will remain well into this season, Michigan has an opportunity here to get back in with an elite wide receiver from in state. One Mr. Nick Marsh, a 6'3", 100 or 200-pound beast that goes by the nickname Megatron. That tells you all you need to know about Mr. Marsh. Is actually committed to Lil Bronum right now. Apparently, during the recruiting process, things broke down with between he and Michigan in terms of the communication. This presents an excellent opportunity for Michigan to get back in there with Nick Marsh right out of River Rouge. He is also 7-on-7 teammates with crosstown rival at Belleville and the number one recruit in the 2025 class, Bryce Underwood. So you see where I'm going here. Not only would he fill a need at Michigan in the 2024 class, but he would also be a piece that could potentially help the Wolverines in their recruitment of the most important recruit in recent memory. That being said, I will keep you up to date on that as it progresses as well. And finally, the last recruit that we'll talk about is one Mr. Reggie Powers out of Dayton, Ohio, Centerville. He plays safety there. He's a 4-star safety. As you can see here, man, this guy is an absolute playmaker, is not afraid to come up and run support and stop the ball. He has good ball skills. Sure that could improve, but Reggie Powers, keep an eye out for him. I will update you as more information becomes available. Finally, before I get out of here, one Michigan recruit shot up the rankings. That is Micah Kayapana out of Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas. He moved up 103 spots, apparently ran a 4.36 40-yard dash. You can see here nobody's catching him from behind. Micah Kayapana, a great addition in the 2023 class. Great scouting by the Wolverines for him. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. Our ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. Son. I just don't get that all that mace and that lock and all that puff. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
And how the